What if I told you that you will never need to sell your XRP? You will never need to sell your XRP for the fiat currency of the system that is currently collapsing. And everyone has this same question in mind. They take out their calculator and they say, how much will my XRP be worth at the top of the bull run if I sell it? But the thing that people get wrong is that we are shifting to a new financial system. We are migrating to a new financial system. So the dollar won't even matter in the new world's economy. Everything in reality will be based off of one XRP token. Because today people still look at XRP from the viewpoint of our current financial system, today's purchasing power of the dollar, as if the system won't change at all. But there is one problem with this mindset, because the dollar or the currency that you see today will not be the currency that you see in the future. XRP is the new purchasing power in the new financial system. You won't be paying with dollars in the future. So when you sell your XRP for fiat currency like the dollar, you are giving up your future purchasing power. This is why I tell people that it's not a good idea to sell their XRP for short-term financial gain, because the reality is people like you and me may not even have the option to buy up more XRP in the future once these large institutions, banks, and ETFs buy it all up. It's not going to be available on exchanges for us anymore. And I need you to understand this. If you hold XRP, in the future, this will enable you to become your own bank. And we can see this more and more because just this week, Ripple got approved to operate as a bank. This is coming at us fast, guys. Ripple owns a large amount of XRP. And for those who also own XRP, this will mean that we can operate as the same. We could even see the possibility of XRP not even being priced in the US dollar, but in micro XRP drops. With CBDCs, stablecoins, tokenized treasuries, everything is changing in real time. We need to stop thinking in dollars because we see how fast the dollar is losing its purchasing power. As inflation accelerates, global debt keeps rising, and the IMF discussing a $27 trillion liquidity crisis, they aren't going to allow the system to collapse like everyone is thinking. They will quietly implement a new on-demand cross-border liquidity asset, which is XRP, and do it while no one is realizing it, which is right now. XRP holders need to start thinking about the big picture and what the new system will actually look like, not just about what they can buy in the future from the perspective of what the current system looks like. XRP is the long game, it's the way out. It's the way that we can borrow against our XRP and live off of it forever. This is why I will never sell my main bag of XRP, because XRP has to be used to prevent a global collapse. So I'm not worried about XRP going away. And I've had people ask me, well, if I don't sell my XRP by sending it from my cold storage wallet to an exchange to sell it, then how do we make money to buy things? Well, there's a couple of ways. When these banks switch to using XRP to settle their own on-demand cross-border liquidity, instead of using the outdated Nostro Vostro accounts, which they have to pre-fund with their own liquidity, they're going to need our XRP as liquidity, which we will be able to make a yield off of. And I believe this process will be very simple to do in the future. It will basically be just like today, how banks use our money that we hold in a bank and they pay us interest, for which they take and use as liquidity. So I believe it will be just as easy. But instead of that weak ROI that they pay us for holding it in our savings accounts and stuff, those who lend XRP will make a very good return on investment, because XRP is way more valuable than the US dollar. This will all be done through smart contracts, which is a very secure way of lending, which will even have the contract between you and the bank built into the smart contract. So with XRP, you actually become the liquidity for the bank, which you will be able to earn even more XRP from. And this is just one aspect of how XRP can be used to make money in the future. And just this one aspect of how we can use XRP is a reason why XRP has to be such a high price. So I hope this video helped. If you liked it, please consider giving it a like. And if you enjoyed this video, please consider subscribing so you don't miss any future videos.